clean the desk. The desk should be at least half clean.
It is he only who distributed love of Krishna while exhibiting the super excellence of loving Krishna in the conjugal ras.
Ground on top of the
Uh-oh, they're talking about the conjugal ras.
picture frame.
Durapa hyopatapasaha seva vaikunta vartmasu yatropa giyate nijang deva devo janardanaha. You don't want to come and chant?
Just,
Something stopping you?
when I change shoes, that's it.
Good idea.
Uh,
Let the toes wiggle.
just walk.
What?
Walk on these socks. Anywhere out.
Well, or you could put your little sandals on. Durapa. Very difficult to achieve. He certainly. You know what? Just he's so funny because he says things to be like, Tarun doesn't love you. But what he doesn't even realize is I'm not like here to receive love. I mean, it would be nice. I ask for it sometimes, but you know, that's not actually why I'm here. It's kind of funny. But I guess he's not smart enough to understand service.
More like I'm here to do to punch you.
That's pretty much it.
Just,
you know, the funny thing is, if you had like loving children who were taking care of you, I probably wouldn't have stayed. I would have just gone back to you know, what I was going to do, which was travel around and visit all the temples in the country. That's what I was planning to do with last year before you took over my life and hijacked it. He certainly, Alpa, I gave up that to come and stay with you and be abused and bitten up by millions of bugs and listen to a bunch of crazy horse shit while you're dragging a bunch of coochie trash in.
Abused, confused, and
I am not confused at all. You're confused. These people on the other end of your phone that call you are confused, but I'm not confused. I become confused sometimes by the influence of all this, but I wasn't confused at all when I arrived here, so I feel like, you know, Tamagun is very strong. Rajagun is very strong. So, you know, if you're very weak in your practice like I am, you know, I was doing pretty good, but then like all this influence of all this garbage and insults and just endless like torture. It's a lot, you know. It's like it's literally torture, and I don't think you seem to understand that. You think that just because, you know, you're obsessed with something and think it's cool, yeah, that it's okay if people torture me also. No, the salad is in the little green bowl in the refrigerator. That is dessert, and I don't recommend eating all of it tonight, or you're gonna get sick. It's like kind of like it's the stuff I made the balls out of, but I didn't make it into balls.
So what I put?
It's got flour. It's not for ecology though. I put flour and sugar in it, and milk. It's a sweet. I don't make you enough sweets. That's why you're not sweet. Apatapasaha. By a person not advanced in spiritual life. See, there you go. That's me. Not advanced. Because if I were a Paramahamsa, see, that's the problem. I feel like you're pretending you're a Paramahamsa, you know? Yeah. And I don't feel like it's something you can pretend. But I can't live that way because I'm not a Paramahamsa, you know? What? I'm just saying, it's not, just pulling in garbage because you have an obsession with it doesn't make you a Paramahamsa. A lot of people in this world are doing that. It's called hoarding. Seva. Service. And that's all I saw when I came here. I saw service. I should have left it for someone else, but I was afraid. See, when I see service and I feel like no one else is going to do it, it makes me feel like it's my job. Well, I look at it as no different than after Janmashtami in 2014, when there was a huge mess in the temple room, and all the people in the temple that lived in the temple went to bed. I was the only person left to get everybody out of the temple at night. Everyone else had gone home. All the congregational members had gone home. All the people in the temple had went to bed. And nobody was left to clean except me and Bhakta Dave. And Bhakta Dave stayed a little while, but he had to go because he was going to miss the last train, and he lives pretty far away. And it was still like a giant mess in the temple room, and just nobody was going to clean it up. And the temple room could not look like that for morning arti. So I stayed up and cleaned it, and then I left at like 3:30 in the morning, and then I went down to the kitchen and washed all the dishes, which nobody was going to clean either until the next day, which was just not. So if I see something like that, I way Nana taught, and that's nothing to do with bhakti, or I'm not advanced. It has nothing to do with anything. That's just normal meat-eating demons like myself look at, like, that were raised in church like a normal, good people. Like, you look at a big mess inside your temple or your church or in someone's home or something, or somebody who needs some help, and if you see that nobody else is going to do it and you actually care, then you do it. But, somebody like, Bala who sees your life and sees it as nothing but a target to throw darts at, he wouldn't understand that, so I don't bother to explain it to him. It's like, it would be like throwing pearls at swine. All they would do is try to eat them. Vaikuntha Vartmasu. Unto persons on the path back home, back to Godhead. Yatra, wherein Upagiyate is worshipped and glorified. Nityam, regularly. Deva Devaha, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Janardana, Lord Krishna. Those whose austerity is meager and can hardly obtain the service of the pure devotees progressing on the path back to the kingdom of Godhead, the Vaikunthas. Pure devotees engage 100% in glorifying the Supreme Lord, who is the Lord of the demigods and the controller of all living entities. This verse is a quotation from Srimad Bhagavatam 3:7-20. It was spoken by Vidura in his conversation with Maitreya Rishi, a great devotee of the Lord. Puri Bharati Gosanyi Swarup Nityanan Jagananan Swarup Nit Puri Bharati Gosani Swarup Nityananda Jagadananda Mukundari Yatta Bhakta Vrinda. Puri Bharati Gosani Swarup Nityananda Jagadananda Mukundari Yatta Bhakta Vrinda. You want to chant it? You want to come chant it?
No.
It's a good one.
You want to light it back?
Huh?
Light it back?
Yeah, it actually makes it look really good over here. People on Periscope, they like to be able to see you. They're visual. I know you don't relate to that, but it gets more viewers if they do come in. I don't know how many people are in. When this comes up, that's an error. And it doesn't tell you how many people are in the room. And they may even be making comments, but we can't see them. Because usually it'll say 0 if there's 0.
Okay, I'm going to call Buzz now.
Okay.
And you got to catch up where we are.
We're at 11:33. You want to chant this?
Yeah, I'm going to catch up.
Puri. Puri Bharati Gosanyi Swarup Nityananda Jagadananda Mukundari Yatta Bhakta Vrinda. Puri Bharati Gosanyi Swarupa Nityananda Jagadanana Mukundari Yetta Bhakta Vrinda.
This is your brother, Jamie Henson. Him?
Oh, he must have texted back to you.
He said, I'm okay. How are you doing? I had to cut my hair for my job. What's going on? I gotta get that.
It's funny. I just told you there's no way to tell when that thing is on. Did you hear me tell you all that?
But there was a number in the right corner.
Right, but when there's an error, this little person thing comes up and you don't know if anyone's there or not. I could start it over and see if the error goes away. You gonna chant this? You said you wanted to chant it. So chant it so I can keep reading.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start this over.